Welcome back to Max with RP. Today we are going to solve simple problems in linear equations. Linear equations are very important topic. So you must also know how to solve linear equations, how to formulate linear equations, when two lines will intersect, when they will be parallel, and when they will be coincident. Let's look at such problems. Look at the first question. State whether the given statement is true or false. Whether these lines represent intersecting lines. You have to check whether the two given lines are intersecting lines. Okay, so what is the first line? 2 into x minus 3 equal to 5y. So 2x minus 5y will be equal to, this is minus 6 taken to the other side is plus 6. Next question, 4x, next equation, 4x minus y minus 1 equal to 10y. So 4x minus 10y is equal to plus 1, because minus 1 I am taking to the other side. So you have two linear equations, 2x minus 5y equal to 6, 4x minus 10y equal to 1, and we are going to solve them to find the value of x and y. But before that, the question that you need to ask is, will they have a unique solution? Two lines are intersecting. They intersect at a point. So that means what? The equation should have a unique, only one solution. So when they are intersecting, they intersect at only one point, and therefore the equations should have a unique solution. When is that possible? You know that if given two equations, they will represent of the form a1x plus b1y equal to c1 and a2x plus b2y equal to c2. They will represent lines with a unique solution or intersecting lines if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Now first check, is a1 by a2 equal to, so a1 by a2 is what? This is a1, this is a2. So 2 by 4, which is half. So b1 by b2 will be what? This is b1 and this is b2, the coefficient of y. So minus 5 by minus 10 equal to half. c1 by c2 will be 6 by 1, the constant terms, which is 6. So here actually what you observe is a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2, not equal to c1 by c2. Because a1 by a2 is also half, b1 by b2 is also half, but c1 by c2 is 6. In this case, the straight lines will be, the lines will be parallel. The lines will be parallel. If they are parallel, okay, do you think that they will have a solution? They will have no solution. The equations will have no solution. So the equations have no solution. The lines are parallel. So what is the question asked? Whether it is true or false? Do they represent intersecting lines? No, they do not represent intersecting lines. So they represent parallel lines. So whenever you have a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2, then that is a condition for checking whether the lines are parallel or not. If the condition is met, then they are parallel. If they have to have a unique solution, as in the case of intersecting lines, a1 by a2 should not be equal to b1 by b2. So what do you mean? Next problem, you have to find the value of k for which the system of equations has infinitely many solutions. When will a system of equations have infinitely many solutions? Suppose I have two lines which are coincident. So I have one line and L2. L2 is again on that. Okay. That means what? Every point is a solution. So how many points does this line have? Infinitely many points. So the equations we say are consistent if they have a solution. And what type of solution they will have? They will have infinitely many solutions. And what is the condition for that? A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. Now what is given? You are asked to find the value of k, for which the given system of equations have infinitely many solutions. That means they represent coincident lines. And the condition for infinitely many solutions is A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. What are the equations? 4x plus y equal to 3. 8x plus 2y equal to 5k. So now what is A1? A1 is 4, A2 is 8. B1 is 1, the coefficient of y. B2 is 2. C is the constant term. C1 is 3 and C2 equal to 5k. Okay. Now we have to find the value of k. So I will, since this condition is satisfied, I can write say B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. You can easily check A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. 4 by 8 is half, B1 by B2 is also half. So half equal to, what is C1? 3. What is C2? 5k. Cross multiplying, 5k equal to 6. So k equal to 6 by 5. So when k equal to 6 by 5, the system of equations will have infinitely many solutions. Next problem, we have to prove that the straight lines representing the linear equations intersect at a point. I've told you that when two lines intersect at a point, the system of equations will have a unique solution. And what is the condition for that? A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2. Now what are the given lines? 2x minus 3y equal to 7. 3x minus y equal to 5. So A1 by A2 is the coefficients of x2 by 3. B1 by B2 minus 3 by minus 1, which is 3. So the A1 by A2 is 2 by 3. B1 by B2 is 3. Therefore, A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Therefore, the lines are intersecting at a point and they will have a unique solution. The lines will have a unique solution. Is it clear? If you are also asked to find the solution, what will you do? You will have to solve the two equations. So what is the first? Let us also find. So apart from this, we can ask one more question. If they are intersecting, if they intersect, find the point of intersection. Intersection. So first equation is what? See, here I have minus 3y, here I have minus y. So easy to multiply the second equation by 3. So I am going to keep the first equation as it is. Second equation I am going to multiply by 3. Then what will I get? 3 into 3, 9x minus 3y equal to 15. 3 into 3, 9x minus 3y equal to 15. So this is minus plus. I'm changing the sign because then when I add, what I'm actually doing, I'm subtracting. That means I need to change the sign. So 2x minus 9x will be minus 7x equal to, so 15 minus 7, which is 8. Minus 8. These two gets cancelled. Second equation I have multiplied by 3. 9x minus 3y equal to 15. I am changing the sign because minus 3y plus 3y will get cancelled. So this becomes minus 9x. This becomes minus 15. 2x minus 9x is minus 7x. 7 minus 15 is 8. Minus 8. Therefore, x is 8 by 7. If x is 8 by 7, what is y? Let us substitute in 3x minus y is equal to 5. So 3x will be 24 by 7 minus y is 5, or y taken to the other side will give you 24 by 7 minus 5. 24 minus 35 by 7. So which is minus 11 by 7. So the x is minus x is 8 by 7, y is minus 11 by 7. Okay. So they intersect at one point and the system of equations have a unique solution. I mean, I'm just trying to write the value of y here because I feel it's not clear. So let me use another color. Y is equal to 11 by minus 11 by 7. 35 minus 24 is minus 11 divided by 7. So the solution is as an ordered pair 8 by 7 comma minus 11 by 7. Now, one equation of a next problem, one equation of a straight line is given. You have to give an example of another linear equation so that the lines represented by the pair in the first case are intersecting, in the second case coincident, in the third case parallel. So first case, the lines have to be intersecting. So what is the condition? A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2. So what is the first line given? 2x minus 6y equal to 10. So whatever I can give any value, suppose I give 3x. This ratio should not be 2 by 3. A1 by A2 is 2 by 3. So this should not be 2 by 3. So I cannot give 9 for example. So I am going to give say 2. 3x minus 2y equal to whatever. Now what is A1 by A2? A1 by A2 is 2 by 3. B1 by B2 is minus 6 by minus 2 which is 3. So A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. So I have given you, this is already given L1. I am giving L2 example of another line. You can give many such examples. I have given one such example where the lines will be intersecting. Now the first line is 2x minus 6y equal to 10. Now the second case is I have to give coincident lines. So if the lines have to be coincident, A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2 should be equal to C1 by C2. So I have to fix the ratio. So I am going to have 2x. So let me give 4x. Suppose I give 4x for the second equation. What is the ratio A1 by A2? 2 by 4 which is half. Now what is the first one? 6. So I should have 12y. Because 6 by 12 will become half equal to 10 by 20. Now you check the condition. A1 by B2 is half. B1 by B2 is, this is L1, this is L2. B1 by B2 will be equal to what? These are the two lines. This is one line and this is another line I have given, suggested for you so that the lines are coincident. B1 by B2 will be minus 6 by minus 12 which is again half. C1 by C2 will be 10 by 20 which is half. So we have given an example of a line L2 so that L1 and L2 as a team together represent coincident lines. Third, parallel. When will lines represent parallel line? Two equations represent parallel lines. A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2 but not equal to C1 by C2. What is the first equation given? 2x minus 6y equal to 10. So I have to give an example of L2. So you can all give different examples, but the fact is this condition should be met. So I can, since the ratios of A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2, I can in fact take this, in the previous case I have taken 4x minus 12y. I am going to take the same case and C1 by C2 alone, I am going to make a difference. I am going to write it as 13. Now, check the condition A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 are both equal to half, whereas C1 by C2 is 10 by 13. So, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 but not equal to C1 by C2. So, if this is L1, this is L2, together they represent a set of parallel lines. Parallel lines do not have any solution. So that is also you can add in your understanding. Next problem, if the system of equations has infinitely many solutions, find the values of A and B. So the first equation is 2x plus 3y equal to 7. The second equation is a plus b into x plus 2a minus b into y equal to 21. Now a1 by a2 is the coefficients of x. So 2 by a plus b. b1 by b2 is equal to 3 by 2a minus b, the coefficient of y. c1 by c2 equal to 7 by 21, which is 1 by 3. Now what is the condition? The lines have to have infinitely many solutions. a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. So for the first equation, this is 2 by a plus b. I can equate it to 1 by 3. So what will I get? 2 by a plus b is equal to 1 by 3. So cross multiplying, a plus b equal to 6. Similarly, 3 by 2a minus b is also equal to 1 by 3. So cross multiplying, 2a minus b will be equal to 9. Okay, now when I'm adding, I'm going to add both the equations. 3a equal to 12. So a equal to 4. So 3a equal to 12. So a equal to 4. Are you able to follow? 3a equal to 12. So a equal to 4. If a equal to 4, what is b? A plus b is 6. So if a is 4, b is 2. A is 4, b is 2. Is it clear? 4 plus 2 is 6. So we have found the values of a and b so that the system of equations have infinitely many solutions. Find the value of m so that the pair of linear equations have no solution. So what are the pair of linear equations? mx plus y equal to m square. X plus my equal to 1. When will they have no solution? When they represent parallel lines. In order for the lines to be parallel, what is the condition? A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 not equal to C1 by C2. What is A1 by A2? The coefficient of x. M by 1 is equal to coefficient of y 1 by m is equal to not equal to m square by 1. So m by 1 is the coefficient of x, a1 by a2. Coefficient of y will be 1 by m, not equal to c1 by c2. c1 by c2 is m square. Okay. How? So what is it? Is it possible? That's what we have to check. Now what is it? When I cross multiply, what will I get? Same thing, m square equal to 1. Let us first take this. M square equal to 1. Okay, which means what? M is equal to plus or minus m. I mean 1. If m square is 1, what is the value of m? M equal to plus or minus 1. What is the second case? 1 by m is not equal to m square. That is, m cube is not equal to 1. So what is here the value which is, so m equal to 1. We know that 1 cube is 1. So you have to say m cube is not equal to 1. But if you say take m equal to plus 1, then 1 cube is 1. If you take minus 1, it is not 1. So only m equal to minus 1 is the solution. So this is the most important part. When two straight lines represent parallel lines, they have no solution. And what is the condition? A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 not equal to C1 by C2. So m by 1 is equal to 1 by m not equal to m square by 1. So first I am taking this alone. What will I get? Cross multiplying m square is 1. From this I get m equal to plus or minus 1. Not only should A1 by A2 be equal to B1 by B2, but B1 by B2 should not be equal to C1 by C2. So what is B1 by B2? That is 1 by m is not equal to C1 by C2 is what? M square by 1. So cross multiplying, what will I get? M cube should not be equal to 1. If m equal to 1, then m cube will be 1. It will fail here. So therefore, m can only be minus 1. Please understand only minus 1, because if I put m equal to 1, this condition will not be satisfied. What is the condition? M cube should not be equal to 1. So both the conditions have to be simultaneously met. And for that, the value of m is only minus 1. Next question. In an examination, 1 mark is awarded for every correct answer, while 1 by 4 mark is deducted for every wrong answer. Yes, a student answered 120 questions and got 90 marks. How many questions did he answer correctly? So this is a word problem. So you have to first interpret the word problem. So some questions, there are totally 120 questions. Okay. Some he answers correctly, some he answers wrongly. So let the number of questions which he answers correctly be x, and the number of questions which he answers wrongly be y. Then what happens? X plus y equal to 120. Now a student is given 1 mark for every correct answer, while 1 by 4 mark is deducted for every wrong answer. And the total mark he has got is 90 marks. He has got 90 marks. That will be, for x, it is multiplied by 1 mark. If x answers are correct, then he will be given x marks, x into 1. Now, for every wrong answer, how much is deducted? 1 by 4 y is deducted, so subtracted. So, x minus y by 4. Y is the number of wrong answers. So, y into 1 by 4 is a deduction. So, I am subtracting. So, x minus y by 4 is equal to what? 90. So, 4x minus y equal to 360. So, this is, I have simplified the second equation. Let me call it as first. The other one is x plus y equal to 120. Adding 5x equal to 480. So x will be 480 by 5, which is 96. 45, 6 5 are 30. So number of correct answers is 96. What will be the number of wrong answers? Will be 120 minus 96, which will be 24. 96 correct answers and 24 wrong answers. Are you able to follow? So today we have done simple sums to test whether given pair of lines represent intersecting lines, coincident lines or parallel lines. So the conditions you should be very, very thorough so that you can apply that to solve problems. We also have solved one problem, word problem. It involves simplifying the given, understanding the given statement, writing them in the form of linear equations and then finding the values of x and y. I hope you found this session useful. So the main idea is I want all of you to find maths simple, not difficult. You should not be afraid of solving problems. So I want to explain mathematical problem solving in such a way that you find it very, very simple. So the more and more problems we do together, I'm sure you are going to find that maths is a very interesting and easy subject. So until we meet next time, it's goodbye.